Good evening. Good evening. Sorry, we know it's the last presentation. Harry, is it the last presentation?
It's called the graveyard shift.
Okay. But please indulge us for the next 20 minutes. Happy to be here. And we actually have a reward. EABL it is. So pay attention to the presentation, because after the presentation, there will be a question. Kenneth, my colleague, will ask a question. And you have a chance to win, not a Johnny Walker black, but a Johnny Walker green. Yeah? A gift pack. Yeah? So pay attention. You know, when you present, just pay attention.
Where is it?
You want the proof?
Yes.
Jerry.
Where is it?
Jerry, where is it? Just show them. These are non-believers. You won't go to heaven.
Where is it?
He has it. Right over there. Yeah?
Check.
And I'll be presenting.
Open it, we see it.
Yes. Just show them. Show them. Exactly. So one of you will walk away with that. Or if not, we can be democratic and just open and share all of us. Okay, back to the slide, please. Back to the slide. I'll be presenting with Kirtan Kamath, and we're presenting on leveraging technology to drive commercial strategy. Yeah? So Ken Ogwang is my name, Head of Digital and Technology, Eastern and Southern Africa for Diageo, but based in East African breweries. My colleague is Kirtan Kamath. You pronounce it well, Harry. And Edge is a project, and she's our commercial lead. She's our project commercial lead. Yeah? So let me start off a bit of background in terms of our performance ambition. KBL's performance ambition is to create the best performing, most trusted and respected consumer products company in Kenya. And over the next 5 years, we have an ambition to, let me go in so I can see the slide. Over the next 5 years, we have an ambition to grow into a Kenya shillings 100 billion company. And that's about 30 to 40% growth over the next 5 years. Yeah? Now, to be able to do this, we looked at two fundamental areas that we wanted to intervene on. One was the salesman. And I think all of you understand the traditional role of a salesperson is to go and sell the product. So typically at the end of the day, or on a route, enter a bar, probably it's the end of the day, he meets the bar owner and says, I have 6 crates left. If you can only take 3, I'll be very happy, then I'll go back. Because the aim is just to sell. What we are trying to do is to shift that mindset, to evolve the salesman from traditional selling into more conversations, more storytelling, into more of a business consultant, to have that conversation. And what we're trying to say is, how can you move that salesperson from saying, I have 6 left, can you take 3, into more of, from what I've seen, in terms of the insights around your area, for the last 6 weeks or so, gin has exploded. There's been a growth of about 10%. Your outlet alone has seen a growth increment of about 20% over the last 6 weeks. Is it possible then that you can increase your intake of tankery, as an example? That's the shift that we're trying to make to the salesperson. And to enable that, of course, is a technology. And we have been very deliberate in investment of technology. Yeah? And about 5 years ago, I don't know how many of us were here for the CIO Awards, when I came and introduced distributor management system, about 5 years ago. Yeah, I remember it won an award at that point in time. But we have been on a journey over the last 10 years. And in about F16, it was about 2016, came and introduced our distributor management system. And that's the system that we use actually for us to be able to sell from the distributor right to the retailers. Yeah? So, and we are able to have that visibility. From that time up to now, we've not talked about it, but it doesn't mean that we've just kept quiet and there's no investment that has been done. There's a lot that has been done on the DMS. That was version 7, as you can see on the picture. We have now version 8, and now there's DMS, what we call Edge DMS. What has been done is an enhancement to empower that salesperson, to provide dashboards, to provide insights, so that that salesperson is empowered with all the information that they have. when they walk into an outlet. Yeah? So that's what has been done. And we'll talk about more when we go ahead. But in terms of investment, over the last 3 years, we've invested about 1.7 million pounds on this journey of age transformation, 1.7 million pounds. Our partners, of course, with DMS is Accenture, and we have Trax and also Empire. Empire is a team that helps us on the ground when we are rolling out to distributors. Yeah? Now, this is a very key slide, and I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying it's a key slide. For us to achieve the growth strategy and the growth plan that we came up with that I showed earlier on the 100 billion Kenya shillings, what we're saying is that we need to add value on what we refer to as a triple wing, which is our distributors, our customers, like the bars, and also our consumers. Yeah? And there are several platforms that we use for that. One is the Age 365, what I refer to as the Age 365 DMS. Several platforms. The first one is the Age 365 DMS. And as I mentioned, there's an enhancement that we have done to the previous DMS that you know, to provide dashboards and insights, empower the salesperson to be able to have a meaningful conversation, a business conversation with the customer. Yeah? Now, if you move on to the next one, Diageo One is our business B2B tool. So, with DMS, you sell to our customers. So you sell to, a customer could be, for example, the bars and the retailers. You sell to the bars and retailers. Diageo One enables the retailer to have a relationship with the distributor through making orders, for example, because it's a portal. Can make orders. So instead of waiting for the distributor to go on a journey planned route, yeah, and sell the products, you proactively go into that portal and actually ask for products. So that the distributor knows even before he makes a journey plan that bar X or bar Y is demanding this number of products. In addition, we also use it for new product launches because it's a tool, it's a platform that is available to our retailers and to our bars. So once we launch a new product, for example, it's available for them, it's visible to them. So it's a key tool as part of the ecosystem. The third one I want to talk about is Party Central. And how many of you have heard of Party Central? Party Central. Harry, just one.
Do we count?
You don't count. 2, 3, coming up, yes. Party Central, if you go to Google and just put Party Central, I'm sure you'll get to understand what Party Central is. But Party Central is our D2C tool. It's direct to consumer tool, or B2C tool, yeah? Business to consumer. So as an end consumer, like yourselves, if you want a product, and we're talking about leverage on e-commerce, if you want a product, you're at home, your friends have come over, you don't have enough stock at home, you go into Party Central and order. You route to the nearest distributor and it's delivered to your doorstep. Yeah? So the fourth one is on the call center, with telesales, we call it the telesales. So an enhanced call center to help us have that relationship, much better relationship with our customers and also with our distributors. So they're able to call us, they're able to make orders, they're able to inquire, report any issues that we have. So deliberate as well as part of the ecosystem. Yeah? So Age 365 I've talked about in terms of DMS, enhanced DMS to support our salespeople. Diageo One talked about as a B2B tool, as a portal that our retailers and bars go through to make orders. Talked about Party Central, a D2C tool, yeah, for our end consumers to make orders, and a call center for the telesales. Yeah? All that is enabled and supported by Trax. And Trax is a digital image recognition tool. I don't know how many people have heard about Trax, but it's a digital image recognition tool that provides visibility of our in-store execution. So how well you're doing, for example, in terms of share of shelf. In terms of share of shelf, for example. How many products of Diageo are there in an outlet as a percentage? That's what Trax does. So it's very important because Trax provides the data that is needed by a salesperson to have a meaningful conversation with the outlet owner, as an example. Yeah? So Trax feeds into the conversation that we've been talking about with empowering the salesperson. It's one of the tools that feeds that salesperson. When they enter in an outlet, they're able to tell, this is your score. I don't have, for example, a Johnny Walker Black. Can I have a conversation? So instead of looking around and trying to, with a checkbox and trying to check what you have and what you haven't have, Trucks actually provides you that seamlessly. Yeah? Why were we doing all this? We're doing all this, one,
Why don't you sit
drive
in front so that I
simplification,
can look at you and
effectiveness,
why don't
efficiency,
you sit in front and nod
and
at
also
me so that I can look at you?
maximize the business impact. Yeah? That's the
And
reason
nod
why
at me.
we had this transformation. So that's the context, and that's a bit of the technology. I want to hand over now to Kirtan, my colleague, to take us through. Yeah? Okay. Oh yeah, before Kirtan comes in, there's a video I want us to watch that sort of summarizes everything, and then after Kirtan take us to the commercial side.
Kenya's commercial ambition is to consistently deliver sustainable joint value with our retail partners at the point of purchase, more so in light of the ever-shifting market landscape occasioned and driven by COVID-19. Technology is one of the pillars that has been earmarked to enable us deliver this incremental value in our market. To drive this value generation equation, we have developed, launched, and operationalized the EDGE program in Kenya that consists of EDGE 365 DMS, Diageo 1, Telesales, and Party Central to deliver on the simplification agenda with a clearly defined customer engagement ecosystem that enables our sales rep on ground deliver a physical, digital, and verbal sales call. This ensures that as a business, we are always connected to our retail customers, which in turn puts us in a position to consistently service their product requirements as and when the need arises. The EDGE 365 DMS platform is an automated solution that enables world-class outlet execution, supporting the delivery of highly effective and efficient sales calls by our sales team. This platform drives insight-based selling, supporting the field sales as well as distributor van selling teams to have the right commercial conversations with their customers. This insight is delivered through 4 dashboards: My EDGE 365 DMS dashboard, My Outlet dashboard, My Landing Page dashboard, and My Account dashboard. Diageo 1 has been seamlessly integrated into the EDGE 365 platform, offering customers their ability to create and track their own orders from the comfort of their homes or outlets. As a business, the platform has offered the ability to run targeted promotions and educate the customers on several brands. Diageo 1 has extended route-to-market capabilities and performance by increasing coverage to unserved outlets, increasing sales through focused and targeted selling, reducing out-of-stock in-trade as the platform gives retailers visibility of full product portfolio and price, enabling improved numeric distribution. And lastly, increased customer loyalty through continuous retailer engagement. To support delivery of the physical and digital calls is Telesales. Telesales offers an opportunity to proactively contact new and existing customers to drive outlet execution as well as customer service seamlessly with the other call types. Currently, there is a team of 7 back-office staff supporting this agenda across the business. To close the loop on our triple win agenda was the development and launch of Party Central, a B2C platform aimed at taking advantage of the explosion of e-commerce transactions occasioned by COVID. The Party Central platform is linked to all of our distributors countrywide and ensures delivery of an ordered product within an hour. The platform works as follows. Click on the order button. Verify your age to ensure that you are not below the legal purchase age for alcohol. Enter delivery address. Select your nearest outlet. Select your drink of choice, key in your delivery details, submit and wait for delivery. Make payment once delivery arrives. The Party Central application has embedded our brands in culture and has ensured that we are present at every key touchpoint that our customers and consumers are, be it physical or digital. This value equation is what we intend to build on and grow as we endeavor to be an over £600 million business by the end of F26.
this is not part of my presentation, please. I think the one thing worse than the graveyard shift is being the last person on the graveyard shift. So kindly bear with me. We should stop saying bear with us. Actually, this is useful information. So do bear with us. And I think we have lost the presentation as well. Oh, okay, great. So we'll be showing you a video, hopefully by the end of this session, where we are very clear in terms of what a person does from the beginning of the day to the end of the day in their daily Okay, wow, guys. I think by this point in the day, we are all used to the IT glitches, so let's not be mean about it. I'm sorry, I have absolutely no idea what's happening there. Unless you all want me to start doing stand-up comedy here. Oh, sorry, I hadn't seen this. I'll come back. Can I be heard? Yeah, okay. I'd like to thank the kind men there who helped put this thing on me in spite of my hair, which they struggled with for quite some time. All right, so I was saying later on we'll show you a video which actually says what a salesperson does from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. And I think to what Ken alluded to earlier, the whole purpose of the project is what? Is to actually see when a salesperson is in trade, selling our products, he's basically the best version of himself. And how does he do that, or how do we enable him do that? Is simply through the use of technology. Simply is an understatement. I shouldn't say simply. We did a lot of work behind this to actually get the salesperson to where they are today. The first thing I want to talk about is the omni-channel approach. What does that mean? When we go to trade, we do something called a call, which is basically how you sell to the customer. Initially, our traditional way of doing it is only to do a physical call. So I go to Harry, tell him buy so much. He buys it or doesn't buy it or throws me out. But either way, there's some end result there. The second way which we have enabled now is the digital one, which is your B2B solution that we spoke about. The entire DI Joe 1 conversation comes there. The third one is now telesales, where you call, you take the call, but you're also able to push it in the system. So it's a fully integrated model, and all this is enabled by an integrated technology solution. How does all this happen? How does all this happen is simply through the use of actual data and analytics for proper decision-making by the business. The one thing which I think we've really faced as a challenge in our business personally is around adoption and usage. People don't adapt easily to technology, and I think literally everyone in this room should know that. But the way we have tried to enable them is something I'll speak to as well. Continuous learning, I think everybody has been on that journey. And the last thing is focus and agility. Here I want to give you an example. When we say focus and agility, it doesn't mean just to market. So recently we launched something called Gilby's Red Berry. How many of you all have heard about it? 1, 2, 3. I think we need a sampling tonight. Yeah. So when we launched Gilby's Red Berry, we first put it up on the Diageo 1 platform. We sold 5,300 bottles in less than a month. Clearly, that was a business success. And that's because why? We moved with agility by use of technology. Okay, at least the clicker works. The next thing which we did is how do we manage change of people in terms of how they're using technology, or actually even getting them to use technology. We started defining clear routines, rhythms, ways of working in how they will use that technology and how that technology now will help them actually enable better sales and better business value. We did regular refresher coaching, trainings. Even in trade, we actually got experts to take them through it. This part is about, again, change management and how we did it from a business perspective. We had to have a very, very clear strategy, first of all, in terms of, yes, we want to make change, and we want to do it every day. But how are we enabling this from a strategy perspective? So we took a step back, and we said, as a business, let's actually come up with a strategy for this. Some of the things which we did, like I mentioned, the workshops and trainings, yes, but we developed an in-house faculty, what we called subject matter experts. So it was more like a peer-to-peer learning than somebody from outside coming and trying to teach you. This was one of our biggest successes, and I think the global Diageo market also has borrowed from this, and how they can do this better by using their own people as opposed to external trainers. The other big thing which I want to talk about is in terms of communication assets. And this also is being used actually across Africa, North America, and UK as well. When I say communication assets, what do I mean? So things like videos, things like actual documentation of everything we're doing, documentation of our learnings. We did animatics that can be uploaded now in the Edge profile. So a lot of these things have actually enabled us to get people slowly but surely, and not yet there in entirety, to where we want them to be from the use of technology perspective. Sorry, I forgot to mention one thing. On top, what we said is, we'll use a three-pronged approach. So first, we'll tell them there's a change coming. Then you educate them on what that change is, which is where your training conversation comes. And thirdly, you inspire them to use it. When I say inspire, again, there is a distributor perspective, there's a customer perspective, and then there's a person perspective. When I say person, I mean our own salespeople. So how will they earn more by using technology to the best of its benefit? So this was a very good approach which has worked for us so far, but I think we're still on a journey in terms of acceptance of new technology. This is a very powerful slide, and I think this is what the business talks to the most as well. Why have we done all this, and what have we achieved out of it? The first thing is simplification. So our sales reps, people in trade, they used to have 8 applications they have to open when they're in trade. They'll get 6 reports. They'll get 5 more weekly reports. They're weekly, daily, all sorts of reports. And these are people in trade who are not even on their laptop to look at Excel sheets. And yet they are sent a plethora of information and no idea what to do with it. So this basic tool actually condenses everything into very clean dashboards. So that a person, when he's in trade, he can actually tell, this is my opportunity, this is what I need to do, this is what I need to sell, this is how I will succeed, this is how much I learn, to that extent of clarity. So the one thing which we achieved by this from a business perspective is each person, when they were in trade, they were able to do 1 additional call. We have 184 sales staff. And if all of them did 1 extra call per day, think of the business impact and the actual business value. Around Diageo One is the B2B model which we spoke to. I find this very, very powerful. We have right now, I know it's 14.5K there, but I think the November month has been crazy. And Christy is sitting at the back there as our product owner, and she'll tell you, we have right now above 15,000 customers registered on this platform. 5 million pounds. That's about, did I do the math right earlier? About 700 million shillings. Was that me? Or was that technology? Okay, all right, I'm back. So, like I was saying, 700 million shillings, right, of NSV, and this is in about a year, incremental, only from the use of this platform. The other thing which we realized is, as people were using this technology platform, their output per order that they were doing, whereas without using the platform versus with using the platform, was additional 10% from a business perspective. The last 2, I think, is just in terms of our own product increase. But that part of it, I want to close by saying one thing, which, again, I think is extremely, extremely, from a business perspective, it made a certain kind of justification to all the spend that we have done. So in the month of October, we did a total of 121 million shillings, yeah, for the whole month of October. In the month of November, as at 16th of this month, we have done 137 million shillings. Yes, I know. So what that if I have to convert it into per day, we have gone from 3 million shillings per day to 8 million shillings per day, just between October and November. Yes, some of it can be attributed to the season, but I'm just trying to show you all in terms of the kind of impact that a technology platform has had on an EABL business perspective. The last part is about Party Central, which is the B2C model, which I think we have, it's 100 there, but right now we have about 112 distributors in our business across the country. And this tool has actually enabled them via different modes to actually deliver to the customer directly. So from a route to market, what we call in our parlance, from a route to market concept, it's been a very, very powerful tool for us. And it currently contributes 1% of KBL's total value. Okay? So this is just, I think, in terms of our own business ambition. I won't go too much into this. So right now, I said we are at 15K customers. By the end of the year, we want to be at 22K. Adoption and usage is not just on our side, but also customer usage. We want to reach about 50% of it. And all that on the other side will actually lead to additional uses of both these tools on the distributor end. All right, this is just basically, I think this slide, why we decided to put it in is not to show our names. The reason we decided to put this slide in is because I think it's the first time, at least in our business, the way between D&T team, global, D&T team, local, D&T, not only D&T team, sorry, even our global product owners, as well as our local guys, the way we have come together to collaborate, it has been phenomenal. So that the very fact that the integration of those two businesses, which is why I'm presenting here incidentally with Ken today. Believe me, a lot of the IT things are said today. So, yeah. In fact, me and Jerry were just discussing that earlier. But I think it was the collaboration that was very powerful, which is why we've been able to deliver such good results to the business as well. So this is my last slide before I go to the Johnny Walker Green, so listen carefully. So we've had investment in the business. Why Kenya? I think that is the important question.
Kenya's commercial ambition is to consistently
as well as local, investing in our salespeople. So why Kenya? So when we did a study, which was done at a global scale, mind you, across all Diageo markets, we actually discovered from a market maturity standard, Kenya is actually the highest. What do I mean when I say market maturity standard? Whether it's data, whether it's people, whether it's how we are using technology to our benefit, whether people are actually adopting and adapting to that technology, or we just releasing stuff just because we feel like. And from a market maturity perspective, Kenya actually stood the highest, which is why we were invested in. Secondly, is in terms of ease of adoption. When I say ease of adoption, I think Ken went through the entire roadmap of our IT experiences. We have had hits and misses, yes, but just in the way we are learning from that is what I think has been a very, very enigmatic as well as very progressive exercise in how our company is actually trying to adopt to technology. When I say company, I don't mean at our exec level. I mean up to our salespeople. And just to mention, when I say salespeople, I mean 981 people across the country are all using these tools and technology for their success every single day. And we have a proven track record in terms of ultimate business performance from these tools. I think I'd like to close with that.